Now, who is this Frank believes that Tucker Carlson was correct? Frank from Florida. Go ahead, Frank. Well, put your call up first. What do you mean Tucker Carlson was correct defending somebody who committed murder?
Well, when you say he said they abandoned the police and firemen and
No. Yeah, excuse me. Did that young man shoot two innocent people? Yes, unarmed protesters. Yes or no?
I don't know the details of that.
Oh, cut it out. Wait a minute. Here are the details. Frank, let's be honest. Now, if you're going to be the first to jump on board, I appreciate your call. But let's be honest, Frank. He shot two unarmed people. That's not a question of you don't know the details. Let me ask you a question. Yes or no? Are you aware that he shot two unarmed and killed two unarmed people? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay, then do me a favor. Stop it. Then don't lie to my audience and tell them I don't know the details when you just admitted you knew the details. He shot and killed two unarmed people. Now, that's the detail. And you can't tell me that that's right. Or do you think it was right to murder those two people? Yes or no?
I don't think it was right to murder any innocent person.
Then let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Should he be charged for murder?
Tucker Carlson
Should he be, excuse me, I'm running the show. Should he be charged with murder?
Speak. Let me speak and I'll tell you why.
No, excuse me.
It's a question.
This is a question. Should he be charged with murder? You can speak, yes or no.
The city of Kenosha.
Let me, goodbye. Hey, Frank. The answer is you don't want to answer the question. And by the way, the city of Kenosha did not abandon those folks. The police were out there. The National Guard.
He walked past them. That's what I was going to say. You saw him with his rifle walking past these folks in damn near tanks.
They were there. They weren't abandoning. They didn't abandon that. They had a news conference yesterday. I watched it. The chief of police said, "Here's what we did." The sheriff said, "Here's what we did." The Major General of the National Guard, Frank, came out and said, "Here's what we were doing. Here's what we were doing. We were doing all that we could with the situation." Now, again, should this man, the 17-year-old, be charged with murder? Yes or no?
The police were
Goodbye. No, excuse me. See, who in the hell do you think you are to ignore my question? I took your call. It's my show. And you don't want to answer it. Because you know why? You don't think there's anything wrong with that young man murdering two people. So why should I continue to talk to you? And why should any broadcaster defend a man who shoots and murders two unarmed protesters? Goodbye, Frank. Go back to the wherever you came from. I'm serious. Because you're not even being honest with me. You won't answer the question. You want to come on, defend Tucker Carlson, who, by the way, must have not seen the news conference that millions of people saw with the law enforcement yesterday afternoon. They held a damn near an hour news conference explaining in detail what they did. Now, I'm going to give you one more time to answer the question. Should that young man be charged with murder?
That young man who brought a rifle should have never brought a rifle to a protest.
Look. Hey, are you stupid or something? Do you hear my question? Should he be charged with murder?
I don't know. I don't see.
Goodbye.
All the details.
Goodbye. Hey, Frank. Goodbye. Bye.
Meanwhile, people like Frank are out there saying that the police were justified in shooting Jacob Blake before they had any detail.
Oh, yeah, before he saw, oh, thank you, Sam. Frank, oh, he's justified, but he doesn't know all the details about that. And the sheriff, the police chief said, they're investigating. Let me get all the details. Oh, they're justified. Now here's a man, but you understand where we are. Now you understand why these young men and women and athletes, professional athletes have said that's it, because of people like Frank. Of people like Frank. We're sitting up there looking at, wait a minute, 2 people dead, 1 shot in the head by a 17-year-old who didn't live in the thing, wasn't asked to come there. And then Frank sits up there and accepts Tucker Carlson's lie that they abandoned when the man is standing there, wait a minute, surrendering to the police with the gun on him. See, let me tell you something. And then Frank sits up there. I know he's been charged. Oh, he has been charged with murder. He's been charged with murder. And then the first call of the morning, he was just waiting to get on. I mean, hell, I hadn't hardly opened up the mic. And he's just waiting to get on. But you see, he wouldn't. You see, I'm not playing with folks. Do you see, man, Frank, you are just, anyway, let's go to Dwayne from Florida. Go ahead. You want